Anyway.
So, and then yesterday, so I end up taking all the shit back.
Jesus Christ.
It took me like an hour to take all this
Jesus
shit
Christ.
back.
Why you take it back? What made you buy it? Let's just start there. What made you buy it? What made you say, I need this stuff? Because it had to be a need, like me.
It's not a need.
I mean, I'll be sitting up here working.
I don't.
And I'll be like, oh, I want to know how much them colored RC cables cost. Because I want on my mixer, I want my cords to be color coded.
I don't.
And I'll start looking at color coded cords. Mm-mm. And then I had to talk myself down from the ledge and be like, man, you don't need no damn color coded cord. But you get what I'm saying?
Mm-mm.
And that's not really a need, but that's an example of how I'll do shit. Like,
I typically buy shit online.
Exactly.
But it was easier. I was like, but it's too much shit. It's too hard for me to send the shit back
online.
So I was like, let me just go to the store. I have this thing where I'm a compulsive buyer.
Compulsive?
Or impulsive.
Impulsive.
Yeah, I'm somebody.
Well, okay. Well, this is DJ Lab's therapy hour, where I get to the root of the problem. What made you feel the impulse to buy it?
I just do shit like this.
Okay. So there's nothing you saw, like you don't be on, like me. I have to be like, if I'm watching a video on YouTube of some DJ's DJing and I see something he may have and I be like, oh, I like that, then I go shopping for it. I may not buy it, but I go looking for it, and then I have to talk myself. See, it take me an hour to talk myself from buying it. You get what I'm saying? Mm-mm. So what makes you, it's got to be something that sparks your interest into that item.
Well, the reason why I went into Bath and Body Works is because I wanted some shimmer.
Okay.
I wanted the shimmer.
Okay.
The glitter shit. I wanted some.
The strippers wear.
Yeah, I wanted some of that.
The strippers. What you gonna do with that?
I was gonna put it on.
Your boyfriend gonna be glittered up.
I was gonna put it on. That was the reason why I did that.
Okay. And then
it just led to, because in Hiram all the stores are right there.
Okay. Yes.
So I just walked from that store to 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 that store, and
before you knew it,
you
had a bunch of shit you didn't need. That's the way it happens.
And when I was buying the shit, I was like, I know I don't need this shit.
Oh. That's even worse, because usually when you buying it, you say to yourself, yeah, I'm going to use all this shit.
Mm-mm. So I think out of all the shit that I bought, I think I only kept like 3 items outside of the Bath and Body Works stuff.
And that was Saturday.
Friday. Yeah.
So we ain't got to Saturday yet.
So Saturday, I took all the stuff back.
Okay.
Then after I took all the stuff back, I went and saw Baby. I braid her hair up.
Mm-hmm.
Because, she has this thing. She can't.
You drove all the way to Savannah?
No, she's not in Savannah.
Where's she at?
That's Reed.
Where's she at?
She at Kennesaw.
Okay. Oh, yeah. You drove all the way to Kennesaw.
Yeah. And then my niece, one of my niece's birthdays was yesterday.
Okay.
So me and Baby picked her up, and then we went to K-Pot in Tucker. We went and ate dinner at the K-Pot. Have you ever had a K-Pot?
What is it?
Korean barbecue.
Hell no.
I can't wait till they open.
What they do? Put it on the grill? You put it on the grill?
You put it on the grill.
Oh yeah, I've been to some, but I ain't been to that.
Okay, so
I've been to one
they opening one in Hiram.
I mean, it's not something that I'm sitting back going, oh my God, I can't wait till they open another Korean barbecue place over here in Hiram. I can't. That's not something I'm sitting back going, oh my God, I can't wait till the Korean barbecue place. I went once and I was good with that.
I love it. I just hate that you come out smelling smoky.
Yeah, I get it, but it's just not someplace I'm waiting for it to be. I'm waiting to be open.
Okay, so then I went to the Korean. We went there and we ate and celebrated her birthday. Mm-hmm. Then I took Baby back to school, and then I went out. Mm-hmm. And then that was Saturday. Then today I went bike riding like I normally do on the weekend. Had my mani-pedi. And then I'm here.
Okay. All right. That was a good little weekend.
How was yours?
When I do Friday, I work Friday.
Oh, I work Friday too.
I Saturday I did nothing. Oh, I went to the store, get something to eat. And Sunday I've been doing this. I mean, my weekend, I try to make sure. That was
your normal weekend.
Yeah, I try to make sure my weekends are limited because I really don't have a 1 day free.
Which is Saturday.
And I try to make sure that I get some sleep because I be tired. Lately, since I crossed over the 50-year-old threshold, I be sleepy. I be needing a nap all the time. I get off work. If I don't have a show, I go upstairs and go sleep for about 2 hours. I'm good the rest of the day.
You do better if you take a 30-minute nap versus a 2-hour nap.
Nah. My body say 30 minutes. My body say 2 hours. I tried 30 minutes. Let's put it this way. It takes me 20 minutes to get to sleep.
Oh, okay.
You get what I'm saying? Like sometimes, like if I'm watching TV, I'll fall asleep real quick. Like I can fall asleep real quick while watching TV, but I need noise. I need the rain playing.
What?
I need the rain playing, but I don't like the TV playing. You get what I'm saying? Like somebody talking distracts me. Like I'll wake up. Like if I hear somebody talking, the TV playing in the background while I'm asleep, I'll wake up.
I can go sleep in 2 minutes.
I believe you. So what's going on? My weekend ain't been all that exciting. I ain't did nothing.
I'm sorry.
I ain't fucked no bunch of hoes and nothing like that. But I know somebody who probably is. But we ain't gonna talk about him.
I ain't fucking no bunch of hoes either.
So what's going on this week? What you got going on?
So the first thing I want to talk about is let's talk about the mother in Arkansas. Who, about the story?
Nope. Fill me in. Fill in the blanks.
So there was a mother in Arkansas. So let's give some backstory on this. She had got into it with another lady that this incident started on Facebook.
Okay.
Allegedly.
Jesus Christ.
So allegedly an incident started on Facebook. They got into an argument. I don't know if they got into it like in person after the incident started on Facebook or not. Those details are kind of sketchy.
Okay.
She takes her daughter the next day. Two of her daughters, 20 and 21 or 20 and 22, to a beauty supply store where this lady worked.
Okay.
Takes her daughters into the store to jump this lady. They beat the lady up. And this is no longer alleged. This was actually on the news in Arkansas.
Okay.
Beat the lady up. The lady then grabs her gun from somewhere in the store and shoots one of them in the head, the daughter, and shoots another one somewhere else. And the mother is inside the store as well. Okay. Both of the daughter dies.
Oh, wow.
The mother walks out the store, leaves her daughters, don't try to save her daughter, nothing.
Call 911,
nothing. Gets in the car and drives the fuck away.
Wow. Wow.
And all of this is over a nigga.
Oh my God. What nigga? He must got something.
A nigga.
He must got something. Lord have mercy.
So they didn't charge the lady in Arkansas. But even though
who did the shooting.
The one that did the shooting. Even though she shot him in the back. Because in Arkansas it was stand your ground. Because they came in there
messing with her. Okay.
So in Arkansas, even if you're retreating and you shoot them in the back, it's still justifiable.
Okay.
In Arkansas.
Okay.
So she did not get charged. So the lady who has did the shooting has not left in fear of her life.
Right.
Because she now thinks because they didn't do anything to the mother either, that the mother is now going to retaliate and come after her because she now killed both of her daughters.
Right. So
but they don't know where the mother is either.
They didn't charge the mother with nothing.
They didn't
catch her yet.
They don't know what she is.
Okay. That don't mean they're not going to charge her though.
Right.
Because they may charge her once they catch her.
Right. They may charge her once they catch her, but they don't know where the mother is, and the lady has now left also. So this is a lot of shit. And women will do a lot of stupid shit for men.
Men do stupid shit for women too, so don't.
This vice versa, but for you to take your daughters to beat up a grown ass lady,
something that they probably didn't even know what was going on.
Right. They had no business. This is where things I always say, kids, no matter the age, should not be involved in grown folks shit.
In business, right.
Like, I have conversations with my kids about what I'm doing, but not like to the extent of that.
Right.
Like, they know who I'm talking to. I may get them some tidbits of the background of them a little bit.
Right.
But you're not finna go and fight a battle for me.
Right. I mean, to be honest with you, a parent to ask a child to do that is not good. That's not good.
Right.
That's not good for a parent to ask a child to go fight their battles for them. Why would you do that? That's not only putting their lives in jeopardy, but just putting their freedom in jeopardy. What if they would have beat that lady up and she died?
So both of them, they asked with them. So either way it go, they would have lost their life.
Right.
So they would have lost their life in prison, or she lost both of them
at the same time.
And she didn't even try to save them, which is even worse. Like, what kind of mother are you?
The kind of mother that would bring your daughters to a fight to fight for you. That's the kind of mother she was. Her bringing them to the fight shows what kind of mother she was to me. Period.
And so it's like mothers, I don't know. I just feel like parents, let's take it off of mothers. Let's take it off of gender. A parent choosing another individual over their kids is an issue for me.
Right.
Whether you're a father or a mother, for you to choose another individual over your kids is a serious issue for me. And that will cause a lot of trauma later on for those kids.
Right.
And they may not even realize what type of trauma they're carrying until they go to a therapist and unlock that shit, because they don't even know they're harboring it. Like, they'll know, my mama was with this man, but my mama didn't have me, or my mama was doing this with this man, or my daddy was with this woman, but he took care of her kids, but didn't take care of me.
Right.
It's like you see this all the time. Yeah. And then you cause these people, men or women, to either have these jaded ideas of, I don't want relationships. And then you got these people with these fucked up ass relationships now. And like they say, hurt people. And then you don't know why you can't hold a relationship, or you so toxic in a relationship and you think everybody mistreating you, but reality is you that's fucked up. Because of some bullshit that happened to you when you was a kid that you don't even realize that you still harboring.
I don't know. I went through a lot of stuff as a child with my mom and her boyfriends and all that. I don't know if I know it affected me
because you didn't see your wife fucking around on you.
Right. See that? Yeah. I probably closed my eyes to it. Yeah. It probably was there, but I had to open my eyes to see it. And sometimes you tell yourself you don't want to see it.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like, when I was married, it was all about my wife and children. And
you know why? Because of that shit that you seen with your mama.
Right. And I give you that. And especially with me not knowing my father, I wanted to make sure that my kids knew who I was. Knew where they came from and all that stuff. So yeah, I agree with you on that. But at the same time, I don't think it affected me in a negative way.
It didn't affect you in a negative way, but it affected your relationship. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes some people affect negatively, but at the end of the day, it affects your relationship because it's shit that you can see, it's shit that you can fix.
Right.
And you don't, because it's some shit that happened to you when you was a kid that you was like, I don't want to do this because of this, or I'm trying to fix this because of this, or I don't even want to fuck with you because of this.
Right. Okay.
So it's always a line that we go through,
that we cross
because like, I know based on my marriage, I took a lot of more shit because of my upbringing.
Right.
And my parents, because my mother and father, for them, my dad was always gone.
Mm-hmm.
My mother was at home.
Right.
So for me, I knew my parents would go and do stuff together, but I knew my parents didn't do stuff together at the same time. So for me, I looked at it as, I'm gonna be the wife that do everything.
Right. Do everything with my husband.
Try to.
Right.
But that was a fucked up ass thing to do too.
Right.
Because in turn, I didn't want to do that. I wanted my own space.
Right.
And then when I didn't want to do shit with him no more, he didn't want his space. He was like, no. I was like, yes, I want to be by myself.
No, see, you had already trained him.
Yes.
See, that was your fault right there. You started out doing that.
But I didn't want it.
But you didn't want it. See, a lot of times, we'll do stuff even though we don't want to do it. Like me, I'll do things. And a lot of times, like lately, I'll do things because I want to do them. If I want to do it, I'll do it. I've learned that it does not make a difference what you do in a relationship. If a person's going to cheat or whatever, fuck you over, they're going to do it regardless. Because I used to do things in a relationship when I was married, I used to do things in a relationship. So I'll be like, I'm going to do this because I don't want her asking nobody, or I don't want her trying to go to somebody else and do that. But in all reality, it won't stop them from doing it.
Right.
They're going to do it regardless. So, but those are things I had to learn. It took me a while to learn that, I got married young, so we grew up together pretty much with our kids and everything. We kind of grew up as a family unit together because I was only 18 when we got married, and she was only 17 when we got married. So those things in itself transpired, and she wasn't the person she was going to be at 17, and I damn sure wasn't the person I was going to be at 18 in college, getting my master's degree. She in college getting her nursing degree, and we got kids, So those things kind of led us separately, and then once we started on our path for our careers, and besides life and kids growing up, and she can't keep a job, and I gotta make sure everything's good for everybody, it became apparent that in some aspects that she wasn't in the marriage. She wasn't, it was before we got divorced, it was a time when she told me, I feel like I missed out on a lot of things being married so young.
That's true. That
was my first warning sign, but I just blew it off as, well, we could do stuff together. You get what I'm saying? Like, we could do whatever together. It is what it is. What you want to do, what you feel like you missed out on. That's why I said.
And I was talking about that this morning to my friend. I was talking to him when I was leaving the spot this morning. And I was saying, a part of me thinks the reason why I go out so much now is because I didn't do it when I was younger.
Right.
Because I was married, I was raising kids, I was working full time, and I was going to school full time. And most people can do it, but from the relationship I had, I couldn't.
Mm-hmm.
And when I say I couldn't, I really couldn't.
Right.
So the times that I did try to go out, it was always a battle.
A problem. Yeah.
And so I did miss out on a lot.
But my ex-wife can't say that she missed out because I wasn't that husband who said, no, you can't go. I was the husband who said, you can't go. Go out, have a good time, because I didn't want her to feel trapped. Like you're saying you felt trapped in the marriage. I didn't want her to feel. See, my whole goal was.
But she probably, I don't know your ex-wife, but some people, like for me, I just wanted to go out and hang with my friends and just go have a good time. But for some people, they wanted to go out and be a hoe.
Right, and that may have been the case with her when my ex-wife. That may have been what she wanted to do, but she didn't frame it as that way.
Right.
Because she was going out with her friends. She was going out, staying 3-4 o'clock in the morning. Doing whatever she wanted to do in the marriage per se. So when she said that she felt like she missed out on so many things being married, I'm trying to think to myself, like, what things could it have been that she missed out on? Because I was pretty much open. You could do whatever. You grown. We grown. We, go out, have a good time. I've never been the type to go out to clubs. That has never been my thing. So I wouldn't prevent her from doing it.
My ex, he would go out to clubs. And so I was like, let's go together. When I asked to go together, he stopped going.
Damn it. You should just showed up at the club. What club you going to tonight?
He stopped going.
I'm going to 559 and then you be over in the corner.
That was his thing. He just stopped going all together.
Right.
And I was like, that wasn't what I was saying, sir. That wasn't what I was saying.
I was saying let's go together.
I was saying let's go together. So his thing was he couldn't. So when you all say like me and my friend will be in the same spot together, that's why I be like, I need him to be in his corner and I need to be in my corner because of what I went through. Because when me and my ex would go out, he couldn't handle us being together and people looking at me. He was very insecure, which became a controlling thing for him. So that's why for me,
it's not the looking at you that's the problem. It's the what you do with the look that's the problem.
No, it wasn't like
that's the problem.
So for him, it was the
whole aspect of somebody looking at you and undressing you with their eyes per se that he had a problem with.
He couldn't handle that. So for me, if we don't go together somewhere, I need you to just stay over in your corner and I stay in my corner. And it's just for the simple fact of what I went through. Because if you come over and try to take over my space, for me, in my aspect, that's a controlling thing for me.
Yeah. I like Slick said, marriage is a whole job,
Yeah.
People don't realize the aspects of marriage. I was married for 25 years.
I did
25 years. And people don't realize how you, as a person who's in the marriage 100%, like, I was definitely in that marriage 100%. I wanted to make that woman the happiest person alive. But you lose yourself in that, and you lose who you are as a person. And I didn't notice that, being married so long and growing up with your wife, your ex-wife, my ex-wife, well, my wife at the time, growing up with her because we were so young, it starts to gravitate towards, I like this because, we like this together. But in all actuality, most of the things that we were liking is because she liked it.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? I was trying to make sure that she was good. So I did things because she wanted to do them. You get what I'm saying? And there never was and once I got divorced and sat back and my kids were grown and sat back and said to myself, what the fuck do I like? Like, what do I like to do? What do I want? What do I like to wear? What do I want to... What fills my day up? What gives me joy and happiness? I actually had to sit back there and think about it and could not come up with one fucking thing.
Damn.
I couldn't come up with one fucking thing that I like to do that would make me happy.
We actually did like the same things. That's what gravitated us together. But the thing was, I did like some of my own shit on my own. And he liked some of his thing on his own, but he didn't want to give me the space, hence him having the insecurities. He couldn't just let me have my space.
Right.
And he was one of them people that just wanted to be up under me. If we wasn't at work, he wanted to be up under me all the time. And that was suffocating. And like for him, he could never understand why that was so suffocating because that's what he wanted. But I'm like, this is not what I want. I want to be with you, but I don't want to be with you 24/7. Like, nigga, go away. Like,
well, if you don't want to be with me 24/7, who the fuck you try to be with?
Right. And that's what it came down to. And I was like, I don't understand that. So for me, so we did like some of the same interests. Like I do because I grew up with majority of everybody in my family with guys. Like my first cousin was guys. My daddy friends had kids that was boys. My mama friends was boys. So outside of my few little female friends I had, I grew up with guys. So when I used to go for the summers, I used to go to my grandmama's house. Shit, most of everybody down there was boys.
Right.
So I grew up around cars. I grew up on like four-wheelers. I grew up like barbecuing and shit like that. So I grew up climbing trees and jumping fences and, you know.
So you was a tomboy.
I was a tomboy. So I'm and to today, this is what my issue is in dating because I'm still am a tomboy.
Why would that be a problem in dating? What? Let me ask a question. Like, dating today seems to be a very difficult proposition.
It is.
Dating today seems to be a bunch of people who are confused about what dating is what dating consists of, because, you know, you have a lot of people on Instagram like us. We talk about our marriage and how we were married. You have a lot of people giving out so much
damn advice, unsolicited advice.
And it muddies the water. And a lot of people don't realize that relationships are not, it's not
supposed to be complicated.
Right. It's not supposed to be complicated, but it's not a one
size fit all.
You have to put in bits and pieces. And I'm speaking from being married 25 years and learning my lesson from that. Learning my lesson from being married and learning that certain things, if you don't want to do certain things in a relationship, just don't fucking do them. Like, if you don't want to lose yourself in a relationship, don't fucking lose yourself, because it will happen.
So for me, I'm going to say people don't know how to communicate. People don't want to communicate.
Right. Either they're scared to communicate. How about don't know how, but sometimes people, like, I'm giving you your example of him being controlling. You may want to say, look, I want to do this, but because of the fact that you had to fight and gnaw and chew up and argue with this motherfucker every time you tried to make a move, you decided not to. You get what I'm saying? And I'm guilty of that too, because I love DJing. I love buying DJ gear and doing shit that I could do as for myself, but because she made such a big issue out of it, I'd stop doing it. You get what I'm saying?
Well, I'm gonna say like now, but then yes, but I would argue. Like, I would argue every day. So I will argue. I'm not a good arguer person. I don't want that argument stress in my life, because I just don't feel like that's something I need to come home to. I was arguing. I will argue.
I believe that you fucking argue.
I was arguing from the time I woke up to the time I went to bed.
Okay.
Because I'm like, no, this is not what was happening till one day it was like a light bulb went the fuck off. I'm like, I'm tired of this shit.
Right.
I was like, I don't want to do this no more.
Right.
Like, this is not what marriage is supposed to be. I was literally sitting on the edge of my bed one day and I was like, I am not supposed to be arguing with a motherfucker every day.
And that's true.
All fucking day long.
That's true.
I was like, this shit is draining as hell.
Yeah, that's true. That whole marriage thing is not supposed to be encompassed in arguing all the time. Now, you're going to have some disagreements, but all the time.
Every day. It was like 365 days out of a year. Like, I would wake up happy. I'm like, today's going to be a good day. That bitch called. I'm like, fuck.
Right.
But today, it could be that people are scared to communicate, because, like, for me, I could say I want to communicate, but I don't know how much to share.
Right. And And
because with people not communicating, you don't know if I tell you this, is this going to be the line that be like, oh, I don't want to deal with this, I'm going to go away. Or if this going to be the line, okay, I keep moving with you, I keep rocking with you. It's kind of like that thing, because like you saying, everybody has this different thing of this unsolicited ass motherfucking advice going on. And take like Samantha Lee. You know who she is?
Yeah.
Tyrese.
Yeah.
Okay, so you know she was on the podcast.
Okay.
So she said that she basically got a divorce. We're gonna sum it up, from peer pressure. So I listened to the whole motherfucking podcast because I didn't want to get it misconstrued in what was said and what wasn't said.
Okay.
It was two hours out of my life, but I listened to it.
Right.
Because I wanted to make sure I had the full understanding. Because, a lot of times they put them little sound bites up and that don't be what happens.
Don't be what happened, yeah.
So, basically what happened was they got into an argument one night.
Uh-huh.
And she was saying she's just emotional as he is.
Uh-huh.
Which those two people should have never got together in the first place.
Okay.
Because we already know he would cry on a dime.
Mm-hmm.
She would cry on a dime.
Uh-huh.
This is what she said.
Okay.
They had only known each other 6 months when they got married.
Mm-hmm.
They went to one counseling session.
Okay.
When they got married. That was it.
Okay.
So I'm giving everybody some
background
information on them for those who may have not known.
Okay.
So she was from the idea of she felt like she kept giving in to everything he wanted.
Uh-huh.
And it was things that she wanted and he didn't give to her.
Right.
This is what she felt.
Okay.
This day in particular, she asked him for something and he told her no.
Okay.
She was highly upset to the point where she was hysterical. She had been drinking some wine and the shit just went awry.
Okay.
For whatever reason, I'm assuming her divorce lawyer was her friend. Mm-hmm. When she got off the phone with him, she got on the phone talking to her friend that was a divorce lawyer. Mm-hmm. The divorce lawyer talked her into getting a divorce.
Okay.
She wished now she would have never made that decision.
Okay.
Because she was not in the right frame of mind to do that. She knows now that the dust has settled and everything else, she was not in the right frame of mind. The reason she also said the divorce went, she was trying to not keep continuing with the divorce, but because he was emotionally charged.
And he said, oh, you were trying to divorce me, bitch? Fine.
Then she got emotionally charged.
Right.
So they couldn't even talk to each other. So the lawyer was like, let us just handle it. And when the lawyer was like, let us handle it, we all know what happens. Because this lawyer is trying to win and get as much money as they want to. Mm-hmm. And this is what she is saying. Her lawyer is trying to win and get what they can get. And this is now what has happened between them. So they asked her, would you then... They was like, okay, so now that you have a sound, clear mind, would you go back to him? She was like, it's things that both of us would have to work on in order for that to work. She was like, because at the end of the day, he's my child father, and I never wanted my child to grow up without her father being in the house with him. Her.
Let me throw a couple things. My name Show says, what's up, my name Show? How you doing, brother? He says, I'm not arguing. We can talk after the anger. Ain't no moving you. And then he says, if you can't accept a no, sometimes don't ask me. Like, if you can't accept the fact that I'm saying no, don't ask me then. Just do it. Okay, so, and I'm going to throw a caveat to that for when I was married. No, my wife was emotional. I wasn't when we first got married. I wasn't emotional. Like, she would cry and I'd be like, what the fuck is you crying about? Like, real deal. But over time, the way she was started affecting me. Mm-hmm. And I didn't notice it because we was together. I wasn't overly emotional like she was. Don't get me wrong, because she was over the top emotional. She was breaking dishes and all this old shit when she get mad. So she was over the top emotional. You get what I'm saying? And her way started affecting me. And you know when I noticed it, when I started hanging out with Slick, and we started hanging out and going to places, and noticing how emotional how unemotional her circle was. But I was emotional. because I was infected by my ex-wife and how she thought about things, then I was thinking about things. In 25 years of being with somebody, you're bound to take on some of their ways and habits. So that's what happened. And I didn't notice it until I got with these unemotional niggas that I was emotional. Like, I'm like, goddamn, like, but I never was at first. I didn't give a fuck about you crying. Like, what you crying for? But slowly it started creeping into me. And I started noticing that I was emotional too. And I think that once I found out that I think I would have stayed married to her for forever. You get what I'm saying? In regards to the things that she had going on. I think the thing that got me over, that made me sit down on the edge of the couch, is when I found out that she was cheating on me, and I'm sitting back going, I'm doing everything I can to make sure this motherfucker happy. Like, I'm doing everything I can to make sure this motherfucker happy. I'm losing myself to make sure this motherfucker happy. And she gonna let another nigga stick his dick in her? Like, real deal. Like, you gonna give him the same pleasures that you give me and take me hell through for free, basically? And that right there said, you know what? I'm done with that. I'm done. And I'm the one filed for divorce. So I'm like, I'm done with that. Like, I'm not finna. There's a lot of shit that I can put up with in a relationship, but you let some other motherfucker fuck you is one of them things I am not going to do. I am not going to put up with that because I do a lot of shit on a day-to-day basis. This nigga just see you when you fucking. So he don't have to deal with your crying. He don't have to deal with you hurting. He don't have to deal with you trying to figure out what you want to eat. He don't have to deal with you throwing up when you sick. He don't have to deal with none of that shit. But I do. So he gets the pleasure, I get the pain. You get what I'm saying? So,
I don't want an emotional mate.
So would you prefer an emotional mate or an unemotional person?
I don't want an unemotional, but I don't want you to be emotional.
Why can't it be a happy medium?
Yeah.
Why I gotta be?
Just show that you care.
An unemotional person will not show that they care.
Yeah, I just want you to show that you give a fuck.
You gotta pull teeth. Like, Slick is an unemotional person. And it's like pulling teeth. Like, literally. Like,
yeah.
For her to show that she cares about shit, you like, damn, you don't give a fuck. Like,
yeah, I don't want you to not to be unemotional. I just want you to show that you hear what I'm saying and that you got some type of fucking interest. But I don't want you to be emotional because I can't deal with an emotional. I don't want. First of all, don't nobody really want no emotional ass nigga.
Not no overly emotional. I mean, a nigga could be emotional. I don't want a nigga to be like,
no,
fuck you. If you say some shit like, I'm hurting, baby, or whatever, he be like, I don't give a fuck. You don't want that nigga.
Yeah, I don't want that nigga.
Okay.
But I don't want no crying ass nigga either. I don't want no nigga that's gonna get in their feelings because you can't get your way either. Like, it's like, I don't want that. So
if he can't get his way, you want him to just be like, all right. But
yeah, because I gotta be all right too. Cause because I've did a lot of shit for myself, so I'm not emotional. I have emotions, but I'm not emotional. Okay. Right. So that's what it is. I need you to have emotions, but I don't need you to be emotional.
Okay, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, but I get what you're saying. I need you to have emotions, but not be emotional.
Yeah.
My name show said they can be emotional, but just not where they let the emotions rule the actions. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could be emotional, but don't get no divorce, and you
got a whole motherfucking divorce.
Right. Six say, I'm not emotional, but you know if I want you or not.
How? Don't nobody know you want them, Slick. That's a goddamn lie.
Slick.
That's a lie.
Slick is unemotional as hell, but you gotta love her though. I'm gonna be honest with you. Hanging around her made me a little stronger, because I was not that strong, because after coming out that marriage, you know, being in marriage, I didn't get married to get divorced, so I was a little hurt about all that.
I mean, don't nobody get married to get divorced.
Shit, you'd be surprised.
Who gets married to get divorced?
Motherfuckers that get married 2 and 6 and 7, 8, 9 times.
They don't get married to get divorced. Shit just happens and they get divorced.
They should know that they're not supposed to be fucking getting married if they getting divorced after 6
People
months.
just jump into marriages. Those are the people that don't want to be alone.
Yeah. Let give me some alone time.
Yeah.
Let me be alone. Because one thing I've learned about myself, after coming out of a marriage is that I don't give a fuck no more. Like, I don't care.
See, that's that emotional shit.
I'm not emotional. I just don't give a fuck.
I just said unemotional.
I just like, I feel like I spent so much time making so many other people happy, trying to make sure they was good, that I don't want to do that no more. And I'm like, whatever.
So we're not gonna go down this rabbit hole with you.
Go ahead.
So So I want to talk about the Cheesecake Lady. It's still all on relationships. It's still all on relationships.
What rabbit hole was we gonna go down? You know I'm gonna give it to you straight with no chaser. You know me. I'm gonna tell you what the fuck it is.
I'm not gonna go down this rabbit. What did my name show say?
My name show says, shit, motherfuckers were married to divorce and get paid. There you go, Joe.
Well, okay. Yeah, you do have them
Slick
people.
say I didn't want to be divorced, but shit happens. Yeah.
Yeah, shit happens. Most people don't. I'm gonna say 95% of the people don't marry to want to get divorced.
Okay.
But we just not going down that rabbit hole with you. Let's go to the Cheesecake Lady.
Oh, whatever. Okay, so tell me. Okay, I know I heard the story, but go ahead.
All right, so
give us a little bit of it. For people in the back.
So it's like 3 parts to this Cheesecake Lady now.
Okay.
So the first part is they went Cheesecake Lady. Her name is Alicia. Mm-hmm. Alicia. She's an African American guy. And
the woman.
Oh, I'm sorry. African American woman.
Right.
She was acting like a nigga though.
Allegedly.
It was an African American lady. She was going out on the first date with a non-African American guy.
Right.
He picked her up. She put him on film without his knowledge.
Okay.
He went around to open her door when they showed up at the Cheesecake Factory.
Okay.
That's when he started realizing she was recording him and had locked her door so he couldn't open it and would not get out the car.
Okay.
She then proceeds, he gets back in the car, and then she proceeds to say she is not getting out the car. She is not going to the Cheesecake Factory. She felt like she was too beautiful of a lady to go into the Cheesecake Factory.
Okay.
She felt like she was supposed to go to a 5-star restaurant because this was their first date, and she was like, she deserves to be treated better, and she's trying to date somebody that's supposed to be providing for her.
Okay.
So, moving forward, he then proceeds to say he told her to be ready at 4:00 because he did have dinner restaurant reservations at a 5-star restaurant for 5:00.
Okay.
He didn't tell her that.
It was a surprise.
It was a surprise.
Okay.
They didn't leave her house until 5:00.
Cause I heard her say she was late in the video.
Yes. So she was late. So he was like, he was still going to, instead of canceling the date, he was still going to proceed to take her somewhere that didn't require a reservation.
Okay.
So he was like, he could take her to the Cheesecake Factory. It's not like it was McDonald's.
Right.
But so she felt like, no, this was beneath her. Mm-hmm. So he was like, he was over it.
Right.
And decided to take her home.
Okay.
She then proceeds to do another video to say she felt like she was out here trying to be a voice for men and women so they can make sure they're treated properly, and the way she looks, that she's supposed to be a woman of value, of worth, and men supposed to be the provider based off of how she was treated. It was a slow talking ass video. I was like, oh my God, shut the fuck up.
So basically, she was just trying to explain away her ungratefulness.
Yes. So then they proceeded to.
As Shannon Jackme said, she was ungrateful.
Yes, as hell. So then they proceeded, another talk show podcast brought them on. Him and her.
Okay.
The guy proceeded to say he has not been able to go out on a date since that video has aired, because women have now preceded him in a light because they felt like he took her home instead of taking her on a date.
But if you're being ungrateful, like, let me ask you, a woman, just for all the men, where do women get the audacity to think that they are entitled to something that they may not be entitled to? Why do you?
First of all,
I'm not gonna put you all in the group. Let me back that up. Why do some women think that they are entitled to anything?
Because of social media. It's social media. And she proceeded on this podcast to say her group of women would have talked about her peer pressure again, like Samantha Lee. Oh, and Samantha Lee did say that she didn't have anybody speaking up for Tyrese in the divorce to say she should have stayed with him. So we're going to backtrack to that. I'm going to come back to that. But for the peer pressure, she said that none of her people in her circle would have all talked about her for going on that date to the Cheesecake Factory. So it's the peer pressure, it's the social media, it's all these reality TV shows that have now gotten people so goddamn jaded. Which comes back to initially when we said the dating has now gotten so tainted because everybody has this way of thinking. Like for me, when I go on a first date, I can meet you at a coffee shop for all I give a damn. Because if I don't like you, I don't want you to come back and say, I spent this on you. That's how I look at it.
And I'm going to clap them cheeks. I just spent this.
Right. I don't want you to
spent this amount of money on you. You finna clap them cheeks.
Right. I don't want that. Right. So we could meet at a park. I done did a date and we just went and walked on the trail. I did dates like that. I went and met people at a park. We went and had Chick-fil-A. I went and had Mexican. I went and had Hooters. I don't have motherfuckers to come and stand me up. So it's the thing of I don't never do anything expensive. And I don't ask people to pay for something that I can't pay for myself.
Yeah, but that's just you.
But it's a lot of people
talking about all the majority of women.
But a lot of
let me say this though, I'm not gonna just pick on women because men, when we spend a bunch of money like you just said, we expecting something out the deal too. Like, I'm not just gonna spend $400 on you on this fucking dinner and you give me a handshake goodbye. Fuck you talking about? Like, right. Women gotta realize and men gotta realize that if you agree to spend that amount of money on her, she's not guaranteed to give you shit. But at the same time, a woman gotta realize that if he spends this amount of money, he may be expecting some shit. Like,
so, and that's why I have this thing where I do one drink and one dish. I don't spend, typically my meal doesn't cost more than $25.
Right.
If your bill is high as fuck, it's because you spent that shit.
Right.
My meal shouldn't cost nobody for more than $25, $30.
Now, if we on a date and we dating and we vibing and we having good conversation and I'm not gonna want to date in, so I'm me on myself.
I'll order some motherfucking water,
order some shit. Be like, you want something? If you be like, nah, I'll be like, cool. Yeah. But we gonna still vibe. I might order some appetizer, but I get you something to appetizer. But it's on. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes. I don't know. I think what happens with dating now, and I don't know if I could date now. Like, I would be so fucking. Oh my god! Like somebody like.
That's why I went on. I was like what I did like maybe 300 fucking dates or some shit.
I think now what's going on with dating now is that nobody wants to be taken advantage of. Nobody wants to be looked at as a sucker or a sucker, or they don't want to be looked at as a hoe or whatever. So a lot of times we have those things clashing with each other that makes for horrible dating.
And then you have people that went on these bad dates taking this idea of the last bad date that they went on, because the last actual date that I went on that wasn't this nigga that I'm dealing with, the last first date that I went on, he talked all this bullshit that he talked about was from bad dates that he transferred onto me. And I was like, what the fuck is happening right now in this date? Because he had ordered all these appetizers, and I'm not a person that eat a lot. I really don't eat a lot. So I had ordered like 3 tacos, and we had went to a Mexican restaurant. So I ordered 3 tacos, and I ordered a margarita that was 24 ounces. This nigga told me I wasn't gonna finish the drink. First of all, bitch, you don't know me.
Start drinking at 11 a.m. on the ship.
First of all. And then, like you said, he had ordered all these appetizers. So, you know, with me being a woman, he allowed me to order first. I didn't know he was finna order all these appetizers.
Right.
If I knew he was finna order all these appetizers, I wouldn't have ordered nothing to eat.
Right, okay.
Because now you expecting me to eat these appetizers.
Okay.
And then so when you ordered all these appetizers, my food came, I wasn't hungry. Mm-hmm. So I ate one taco, so just to make, so I could eat. And then I took the other two home.
Okay.
This nigga asked me, you gonna throw this shit away? What? What just happened? Why am I throwing my tacos away?
Right.
He was like, because the last date I went on, she didn't like her food and she was gonna throw it away. I was like, no, I'm taking my tacos home. Typically, food tastes better the next goddamn day when you.
How the fuck he knew she threw it away? She tell him?
She told him she was throwing it away. I was like, first of all,
you shouldn't have been with that broad anyway.
I said, why was you? That's what I said. Why was you with her?
Right.
I said, why would she tell you?
Because if she was that inconsiderate on the date and told you she gonna throw the food away, she's been inconsiderate in the conversation that you had with that motherfucker.
I said, that was inconsiderate. Right. He was like, so you ain't gonna eat this food? I said, I am. I said, I'm gonna need you not putting your bad day on me, sir, because that ain't me. I don't know who the fuck you was dealing with. So the date was going
sideways anyway.
Because and then he was like, so I had ordered the water. And again, so I knew I was only going to order one drink because I didn't know how long we was going to be there. So 24 ounces would have lasted me. So I'm drinking my water. I'm drinking my drink. He was like, so you ain't going to drink this drink. I am going to drink my drink.
Right.
He was like, every time I go out with a girl, she be ordering all these expensive ass drinks and they don't never like this drink. First of all, I ordered exactly what I wanted. A jalapeno margarita with tahini. I know what I want. Right. I ordered what I'm going to drink. I didn't order some special shit off the menu. I said, didn't I ask for something?
You don't eat no goddamn jalapeno margarita. Shit, you tried some shit on me.
No, I did. That's what he thought.
Right. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. I said I ordered it what I wanted with Patron. I ordered it specifically how I wanted it. I was like, this is what I drink.
I don't believe you.
So apparently he didn't either.
I don't believe you. I believe you ordered some special shit, tried it on him.
So when I finished it, he was like, damn, you really did drink it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I knew I was going to drink it. Right. That's why I ordered it. Because I knew what I wanted to drink.
Let me ask you a question real quick. How did you, and I will come back to this, how did you find your way to dating after being married so long? Like, because I knew I was going to have a bad attitude.
I was a side chick for 3 years.
I was out. Damn. Do we got enough time to talk about that part? Yeah. Okay. So I knew that I was going to be terrible at dating. Because I knew I was going to have to take it out for old and new.
So
I just knew how.
I was a side chick for 3 years to someone that I had dated previously before I got married. So me and him knew each other.
So how you become a side chick if y'all had dated previously? Oh, he had got married by the time.
He wasn't married. He just had a live-in girlfriend. Okay. And so we were friends. And he was unhappy. Of course, I was fucking unhappy. And it just worked. He allowed me to take all my bullshit out on him. And I allowed him to take his bullshit out on me. Right. It worked. And one.
So y'all was arguing with each other? So he just talked to you about the shit was going on in his house. So he was pillow talking you. Yeah. You were pillow talking him about y'all significant others at y'all house.
Well, I wasn't. I was going through my divorce. Okay. And then I was divorced. Okay. And so that's
you were divorced.
Yeah.
He wasn't. He had a girlfriend. Yeah. And then he didn't. Okay, so 3 years of side chicking it helped you date better? How?
Because I didn't take the bullshit out onto somebody else. Like, I knew the unhealed, the hurt, all of that, he took. Okay. So all the anger and shit, all the me not trusting people, he took that.
But you still take some shit with you though. He didn't take it all because you said that you the reason why you like to be separate at the club and your man be on this other side because you didn't have that when you were married.
But that's just but the hurt, the trauma, he like
you still hurting. You're not healed from that shit.
I'm not. I would never.
I'm not healed from that.
I would never be 100%. I would never be.
Right.
So that I would never be. I would never be 100% just because of everything that I went through. Mm-hmm. So whoever like settled down with me, they will have to understand that shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna say because I'm not here from it. I was married for 25 years, and I still carry a lot of that shit.
But he took, like, if I didn't do that, I would be hell on motherfucking wheels.
Right.
Like, I would be leaving skid marks out here on motherfuckers. I'm being for
Setting
real.
them up, knocking them down.
I would be. I would be hell out here. He took a lot of that shit. And I thank him for it.
But you still hell out here. What the fuck is she talking about?
No, I'm not. I'm
actually the nigga today, dated for a little while. I'm tired of him and be gone in 2 weeks. What the fuck is he talking about? That's hell.
No, it's not.
He might be getting to like you. That's hell. Yeah.
No.
Fuck you say.
No.
Anyway, we're not gonna go down that rabbit hole with you. The fuck
but that's how I did it. And then I had therapy, 6 years of therapy.
Okay.
So between him and therapy, so yeah.
Okay. I know y'all wanted to talk about topics, but this is a good conversation because people always talk about relationships from a single standpoint. Rarely you hear people talk about when they were married and then what happened during the marriage to lead to divorce. That's an important thing because people don't want to repeat that shit. But there's a lot of things to marriage. Marriage is not just I do and then.
And that's the problem I think what's happening now because so many people want the wedding and nobody wants the marriage.
Right. Right. They want to show out to they want the ring and the marriage.
Yeah.
And the
wedding.
But they don't want that marriage.
They don't want the marriage.
They don't want to compromise.
And so many people don't understand what goes into a marriage. Like that shit is not fucking easy. Like
every day it's not easy.
It's not easy. And people think just because they live with some, I don't know what happens when you say motherfucking I do. When I do comes into play, that shit be like, I don't.
I think what happens when I do is for a person who's in marriage, who's in it 100%, it becomes is me and this person against the world, and you're gonna do whatever you could do. If you're like, for me, I'm gonna speak from my standpoint. I wanted to do whatever I can do to make sure she knew it was me and her against the world, and that I was gonna do whatever I needed to do to make sure that we was good. But the problem was, it was her and her against the world, and whatever she needed, she was gonna make sure she did. You get what I'm saying? To make her happy.
And that brings up to the point where now in dating, you have men be like, I'm not financially ready, or I'm not in my career yet, or I'm this, or I'm that. You know, back in the day, the couples grew together.
Right.
So don't nobody want to grow together no more.
No, it's social media. Like you said, social media has made people think, you have guys on here saying, a real man don't want his woman to work. A real man want to make sure his woman got all the bills paid. A real man, nigga. It's 95% of niggas who work real jobs who make $70,000 to $100,000 a year still need that motherfucker to work. I don't know what these men see. That's the thing I don't like. This whole
this day and
unsolicited advice shit about a real man need to take care of his woman, don't want a woman to work. Look, sure, we would want our woman to work, but also our woman should want to fucking work and bring her own fucking money in the house. Like, where does people get off giving this advice, that this caveman advice type shit? Because
I think they think because back in the day when our grandparents, like the granddaddy didn't work, the grandfather worked, but your grandmother didn't work.
And the house was $5,000 back then.
Right. Or a lot of times they didn't even own their houses. And that's what a lot of people don't realize. A lot of times our grandparents didn't own their houses. You had some that did, but you had a lot of grandparents that rented their houses for eternity.
Right, but and also you got to realize that the situations, cost of living
was different.
Well, things of that nature was a lot different back then. Like, you can't have a situation where now when a pack of chicken is $25 fucking dollars, you can't have a situation now where have a stable house where both people don't work. It's just not possible.
And a lot of times the grandmothers, they worked, but their working was a little bit different. Like they may have ironed clothes. They may have washed clothes. Like they would bring the basket of clothes, iron the clothes, and fold them up. And then they took them back to Sally Marie house.
Right.
That was their
working.
That was their working. They didn't necessarily have to go to Piggly Wiggly and work. Their working consisted of domesticated shit back then. And so a lot of times people didn't realize people was actually working, because I could iron my ass off because my grandmother used to iron clothes.
Right.
And I hate motherfucking iron. You know what I do now? I get that shit, I put it in the motherfucking dryer.
No, I'm an iron. My grandma showed me how to iron. See, that's the thing. Like, you can have, see, a man will say some shit about your real man gonna take care of his woman, don't pay, make sure she don't have to pay no bills and work. But is that woman gonna do what's necessary to make sure the man can keep the money coming in? If my dinner gonna be made when I get home, my clothes gonna be ironed, folded, washed, and all that shit? No, because they don't do that nowadays. That shit is considered submissive, and nobody wants to be that submissive. So you gotta have a happy medium between the both. I mean, to me, Slick says companionship is good to have, but hard to keep. Cheating is cool and fun because they don't deal with life shit with you. Exactly. But I don't think that whole aspect of just working to take care of your woman to make sure she good is a good thing.
I say happy spouse, happy house.
No.
Yes.
Both spouses, right?
Happy spouse, happy house.
Spouses.
Spouse.
House.
Happy spouse, happy house. I didn't say happy who. I said happy spouse.
What is the like? I think couples need to talk about what makes them happy. That's the problem.
You should make you happy.
No, if we're in a relationship, I'm gonna make me happy, but what I need from you to make me happy too. Like what we gonna do as a group band or duo.
I don't think people know that. Look at goddamn Jada Pinkett. Man, bitch.
Why we gotta talk about this motherfucker?
Because you just said what's gonna make you happy. She is so unhappy. That's why I brought that up.
Well, how you know she not happy making Will unhappy? How you know that?
God damn, you could be right.
How you know she's not happy making him unhappy?
Because
I mean, think about it. Some people just devious like that, allegedly. But at the same time.
But she said over the years that she's unhappy. And
why would you? I guess I don't know. Let me shut up because I don't know how a woman could be unhappy with a man she don't have to see that much, but still got access to her $600 million.
Because again, like I said, you need to make you happy.
Right.
She, for whatever reason, can't figure out in life how to make herself happy.
But happiness changes day to day. What makes you happy today may not make you happy tomorrow.
And you remember, so I don't know which one of the podcasts was talking about it, but allegedly on one of the Red Table Talks, she had talked about, because her and her mother was talking about the drug addiction. Mm-hmm. So I don't know which one of the shows they had, but her mother had a drug addiction. I'm gonna put allegedly because I can't remember which show it was.
Right.
But she had talked about her having a drug addiction. Uh-huh. So you have to be able to find out what makes you happy before you can get into anything else. Like, I don't even say happy, because like you said, day to day. So happy is a happiness. So happy joy goes on into a happiness. Mm-hmm. So I always say you need to find joy and peace. So that's what I live my life on. I live my life on being joyful and peaceful, because happy goes on a happiness. Mm. You could be happy today, and whatever is happening, that's where your happy comes from. Yeah. So if some shit is happening today, you may not be happy today. Right. So I always say you need to find joy and peace. She does not have no joy and peace in her life. And for her, like, I didn't even know until y'all had talked about it, but for her to have her daughter to write a dead man a letter.
I don't think she had her daughter write it. Well, from what I understand, and this is allegedly, I think her daughter just wrote it because she saw how unhappy she was.
That is an issue.
Right.
So no
like
matter
Slick said, Tupac dead, we're alive.
right. And no matter how many Buddhas she go talk to,
Right.
no matter how many Muslim men she go talk to, no matter how many times she go do some chakra, some day long yom some, no matter how many times she go sit in the desert, go pray to the sun, she's an epitome and a definition of depression.
Well, let me ask you a question. Do you think that you could be with somebody in a marriage or relationship that had feelings still for someone else, like had ex, like that they still loved and wanted to be with, not wanted to be with, but maybe still
and
was
me
in love,
knowing it,
like and then you knowing it?
Hell no,
because it's gonna show. I don't think you can have something like that. Do you?
No.
Do you think you can have that? Like if they was you and you was in a relationship with somebody, and let's just say you would still have feelings for a guy that you had met a couple years past. He hit you up every now and then. Do you think you can hide that feeling, that joy that you may get from seeing his text or getting his call? Because there's a lot of people that do that, right? There's a lot of people who be in relationships with you.
For me, if I feel like I have that with you, I'm gonna try to see if we can work it out. Once I leave you, that shit is gone and dead. Right. I don't do that backtracking. Like, once I'm done with you, I'm done with you. All those feelings I have for you, all those emotions I have for you, that is done. Right. Now, if we like, okay, we're gonna take a break and we just gonna go away and let's just take some time apart. Let's just work on ourselves and then come back and try to see if we can get this shit together, get this popping again. That's something different. Okay. But if I like what we doing, you ain't doing this, we ain't moving forward. No, fuck you. I'm out. I'm gonna check on you periodically just to see how you living, you alive. But I don't have lingering emotions like that. Okay. I'm emotional. Because you left for a reason. I left for a reason. And I'm not that type of person that's gonna backtrack to you, because whatever I left for, you still doing. You still doing. And people grow. No. Because I gave you time to grow. Okay. In the relationship. In the relationship. I'm that type of person. I'm gonna give you enough rope to hang your motherfucking self. Cause I'm not unemotional. All right. I'm not like Slick and Mix. I'm not like them. So I do a lot of talking. I do a lot of conversating. I do a lot of communicating. Okay. So when you know, I'm gonna tell you. I tell you how I feel. I let you know where it is at. And when I'm gone, you can't say you didn't fucking know. Okay. Cause I give you this, and when you put yourself on that tree and we hang manning, you killed yourself. So rough. I have a guy now that told me he loved me. Oh, okay. When he texted to me, I don't respond. Right. What the fuck you want me to do with that? He wants you to respond back to him. Like, no, nigga. Because when I told you I thought I may have feelings for you, you was like, oh, okay, bitch, bye. Well, it might took him some time to find his feelings. Yeah, when I left. And you know I got the fuck on. Well, that's when he found them. I mean, what the fuck? I mean, that's when the fuck he found them. Like, it takes some people a little bit more time to grow. We was tap dancing for 15 months. I'm out. Well... I don't know. I think relationships, dating, it's even just being married is such a hard thing to do nowadays. And I blame the internet and social media. I blame social media and everything else. And I blame friends' influence on their people. Like, people can influence you to do fucked up shit. A lot of people do have bad circles. Right. Like Samantha Lee. She said when she's so we're gonna circle back to that. She said that people need to have someone to be an advocate for their partner. Right. She said she didn't have anybody to be an advocate. They was all on her side. They was all on her side. Right. She was like, he had advocates for her, but she didn't have anybody advocating for him. And she was like, now that she's out of it, she realized that, but she didn't realize that at the time. Mm-hmm. So she was like, everybody in her ear was talking bad about him.
I think people need to realize that your friends that you bring to a relationship is always going to be your friends. So they're going to come first for you. Even though you might like, your friends might like say we was in a relationship, your friends might like me, might think I'm a great guy, might think, oh yeah, whatever. But when it comes down to
my friends are advocate.
When it comes down to it, but they're still your fucking friends.
Yeah, my friends are still my friends.
Right.
Like my circle is, I do have a circle that would advocate for you. Like, but you got to be able to tell the whole situation.
Right.
It can't be one-sided. You got to be able to tell the whole shit. Like, a lot of time people only tell that half-ass shit that's only gonna be for your
their side. And that's what happened in that's what happened in my marriage. Even with my children, I never told my children why we got divorced. My wife told her version of it, of course, but I never told, because for one, it's none of their business. To me,
I had to tell mine because my ex did, and so I had to go clean that shit the fuck up.
Right, and of course I didn't feel the need to clean that shit up. To be honest with you, I didn't feel the need to clean it up. It is what it is. Y'all know, but they slowly found out on their own the difference. But it's just like, you get so tired of just dealing with that person. Like, you get just so tired of their shit. Whatever you gotta do to separate yourself from that shit, you want to do. Like, you know, like Six say that they cheated on you, y'all break up, then months or years later, you run into an old boy and y'all kick it. He get a whole girl some now. He get a whole girl some now, but he still want to see you. He got a whole girl now. But he still want to see you.
Was that a question?
Yeah. Now, y'all kick it at the bar real quick, have a couple drinks. He like your vibe.
I already did my side chick days.
Your side chicken is over.
My side chicken is over.
You ain't side chicken it no more. I'm finna fuck with your mind. What if he said, you ain't gotta be no side chick, my girl like you too?
Oh, fuck no.
Come on, join us, girl.
I've had them offers too.
Why would you say no to that? What would be your reason to say, like, the girl's not gonna touch you, but y'all gonna be intertwined? Why wouldn't you do that? I'm just asking because it's a good conversation to.
To me, that's unhealthy.
It's unhealthy
for me. I'm not judging those that do it.
Okay, why would it be unhealthy for you? Because it's emotions, right?
It's emotions that are attached, and at some point, somebody's gonna get more emotionally involved, and somebody's gonna get hurt.
Okay,
at some point, because their shit is gonna be like this. You always is the outsider, and when they say, "Oh no, you more involved or you more attached to this person," you gonna have to go. Because they gonna try to say they shit.
What if they don't and they get more attached to you?
That's what I'm saying. Somebody's gonna get more attached or more involved to the third person. I've seen the shit happening. I've seen it. And what happens is, one of them either wants to try to leave the relationship to be with this person, and that has happened. Right. Or they was like, no, this is not what we signed up for. She gotta go. We gotta work back on our shit. And then you get kicked out the shit. Okay. And furthermore, I don't like to share. I did that shit then. I realized I don't like to share. I don't like to share.
I didn't realize that. Slick say, KK, you 1000% right. Yeah. Okay. Well, this has been a very interesting conversation. We have opened doors to a lot of things, you guys. Coming from a perspective of two divorcees, not widowers, but divorcees.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. I think it was a good. Okay.
And we hit on a bunch of people that had a whole bunch of shit going on that stem from fucked up ass relationships. Yeah. All of them stem from relationships.
I think relationships and dating is going to get worse before it gets better. That's just my perspective of things.
It needs to go.
The world is flat now. You have access to just about anybody you want. threesomes fun at first, then feelings happen.
I would never do a threesome. I've been asked on that shit too.
Don't say never.
I'll never do a threesome.
Don't say never. You never.
I will never.
Don't say
I
never.
don't like to share.
Shit, I want to see some fun. Like
I don't like to share. I'll be the person that may fuck you up in the middle of a threesome. I may get a glass or a vase. I'm like, wait a minute, you fucking her better than you fucking me or some shit.
Yeah, stay with fucking away from threesomes. Then.
Yeah. I know my limits.
That's your threshold.
I know my limits. I don't like to share.
They say, "Oh, you fucking her better than you fucking me."
Right. No.
That's pressure on the nigga. Like, you fucking her too long.
You fucking her too long. No.
You had to put one of them chest clocks on the side.
Wait a minute. You finna ejaculate. No, that ain't what that's ain't for her. No, that's my shit.
You're not supposed to nut with that bitch.
No.
I love it. You supposed to not nut with her. You're not supposed to enjoy this shit.
No, that's not what you here for.
You nutting is enjoying it.
Right. I know my levels.
That's fucked up. That shit is hilarious, though. I can see a nigga go, oh shit, I can't nut because she said no.
So I know my levels.
Oh shit. The six of these kids now fucking everybody and sharing, etc. They don't know how to love or be in a relationship. That's true.
But wait a minute, you talking about the kids, the men, the grown folks don't either.
The grown folks either, yeah. Grown folks, really,
definitely.
Yeah.
That's why I think that's why the kids don't, because the grown people don't, and they're doing what they saw.
I think grown folks knew how to before the advent of social media. I think a lot of times things get misconstrued and turned around where the meaning may not have been what we thought it was. You get what I'm saying? So I think a lot of times that we see things the way we want to see them. I'm guilty of that, but I'm rarely wrong.
What the fuck ever.
Right.
I think that's basically the kids are mimicking what they were raised on.
Right.
And they're trying to not do what they didn't have.
We saw a movie where the teenagers was like, yeah, we can have oral sex and you can do it in the butt, but you can't do it in my coochie because that's real sex.
Do you know grown folks think this too?
Really?
Yes.
So grown women out here saying we can have oral sex and you can do it in my ass, but you can't do it in my coochie.
Yep. I go back and listen to a lot of podcasts because one, I be trying to get insight for our shit.
Right.
And just to see what the other motherfuckers be talking about and how they be doing their shit. And yes, it's a lot of grown people. Because I only thought it was kids.
But it's a lot of grown people saying the exact same thing.
There's a lot of grown people that's thinking the same shit. I was watching a marriage podcast. And a lady said this shit. She was in a church. And her and the guy, before they got engaged, that's what they were doing. So she was thinking they were okay. Because they were only doing oral. Right. She didn't think they were having sex. Okay. Because she was like, she didn't want to be sinning. Okay. I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, you was sinning, boo. Right. She didn't want to be sinning. So she thought as long as they did oral, they was good. They were good. But as soon as they started doing the oral, that's when her crazy came out, because she got more attached to him. From the oral. Because you still sinning, bitch. You still sinning. You still releasing emotions, bitch. Right. So in her mind, she didn't think that before they started doing it. Her mind, she didn't think that.
So it's okay. So like Six say, what the fuck? Who is? So it's actually people out here thinking that oral sex and anal sex is not sex. It's not sex. Grown motherfuckers.
When she said that, I rewinded it. You know how you do the little button on your phone, right? I'm like, let me hear that again.
But you know, there used to be a time when, to get oral sex, it had to be an act of Congress from women. Like, now they just readily doing. I saw a video the other day where the guy, I know this probably was just a
you know, a lot of men can't get hard without it, though.
I don't have that issue, but,
It's yeah. Doing my little mini hoe phase,
a
lot of men can't get hard without it.
They lames.
Hey, I'm just telling you.
Oh shit! And then I ain't gonna go into what with me. But yeah, that's kind of fucked up. Like that, it used to be a time where that shit was special. Like you had to be a special motherfucker to get that. Like you know what I'm saying? Like there ain't no sex. Like you had to be real special to get that.
Why are we doing this?
Why? What do you mean? That's what you would ask.
Why are we doing anal?
Cause it might be good. You've never done it?
Exit only.
You've never had anal sex ever?
I attempted once when I was married. And the attempt was a no-go for me.
You don't like your like tongue in your ass? Have you ever had one of your dates try? Like y'all not first date, but you get what I'm saying.
Tongue?
Yeah.
No.
I just ask because people eat ass now.
No. Men typically want they ass ate more than women want.
Whoa! Sheesh! You just what man has asked you? You gotta say a man has asked you to eat his ass.
More men want they ass ate than you don't know what button.
I don't even know what button to push. What the fuck? Like seriously?
Yeah, more men want they ass ate than women. Women are not out here asking that. Men are. Women, we are not asking for that. That's not what we're asking for.
So a man toot his ass up and say, hey.
They don't toot it up.
They put your head down there when you give head to get to the ass.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Men are asking for that, not women.
Wow.
So I don't know how it became the miscommunication or the misconstrued that we're asking for this. We're not asking for this.
So men are asking to have their ass ate.
Yes.
Somebody who's dating.
Yes.
Has been in the dating pool.
Yes.
This was has been asked of you.
Yes.
So this is not allegedly, folks. This is what has been asked of KK.
Yes. A lot.
Whoa. Slow down. Slow down, Pumpkin. You just gonna throw it out like that? A lot. Damn.
Yeah.
How they ask? I'm just curious. Like how they ask?
How would you satisfy your man? I'm like, huh? Where we going with this? I was like, if we in a relationship,
right?
They was like, yeah. I was like, well, I'll see what we could do. Right. I said we have to be 100% committed. Can't be nobody else. I said, where we going with this conversation?
Right.
They was like, well, would you eat ass? I was like, I don't know. I ain't never done it before. I can't say. That's not.
And this just in the conversation.
I was like, I don't know. I was like, I don't know. I said I can't say yes and I can't say no because that's something I've never done before. I said, but I don't know. I don't know. I would. That's something I've never thought about.
Would you think it's feminine if you did it? Like, would you be like, I ain't fuck with this nigga?
Because that's where y'all G-spot it.
I mean, but it would make you feel some type of way.
Now, if you telling me to get some butt plugs and go get a whole dildo and some other shit now we're crossing the line.
Okay.
You want me to go put on the whole dildo and you want me to go do some extra shit? Then,
right.
Yeah, we don't went too far.
Okay, well, we're going to leave it on that. Next show coming in. Yeah.
But yeah, more men asking for this. It's not women. So I just wanted to clarify that.
And Slick say, so is this why men want their dick sucked from the back? And
yes.
How does the man know he like his ass licked?
Because apparently somebody has done it.
And they just tell you that?
No, I'm answering her question.
Oh, okay.
Apparently somebody has done it. They won't know they like it if it hasn't been done. Right? You don't know you like your dick suck unless you said your dick suck.
No, I knew I was gonna like that right away.
How?
Because I just like the way it looked. I knew I was gonna like that right away. I was like, ooh.
No.
Ooh, I want to try that.
No.
Like, that looks fun.
No.
That looks fun for me.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. And then once I had it done, I was like,
you knew you liked
I was
it.
like, oh shit, yeah.
Yeah.
Like this, yeah.
So I think that's the same concept.
I got a drug. Like,
I think they've had to have it done.
She said, okay, so by a man or a woman.
Now that I don't know.
Okay, we gonna come back to this conversation. Yeah, this has been Westside Misfits. We gonna end on that note because I'm confused and my feelings are hurt. You niggas out here asking how your ass ate. Like, what the fuck is going on in the world? I don't give a fuck if that is my G spot. I won't. Okay. All I see is when I see a nigga getting his ass ate, is his being tooted up or in the buck. And I don't even want to put women in the buck. I want their legs wrapped around my head. I don't want mine wrapped around theirs. Okay. So I'm DJ Lab. Who are you?
Okay, lady.
This is and for Slick 316. Oh, Slick say, we gonna end on this one. Slick say, I feel like men will fuck another man, will fuck another man, fuck or suck him if they like ass play. I feel like a man will let another man fuck or suck him if they like ass play.
You know, they don't think they gay when they do that.
Okay. We going down the rabbit hole. I'll close it before we get too deep. All right, y'all. Westside Misfits signing off. This has been another great show, another great episode. I am Slick 316. We got K Lady 17. I'm not Slick 316, but I'm signing off with Slick 316. I am DJ Lab 1202. We'll see y'all next back time, next back station. Peace out.
Westside, Misfits. Yo, you're independent, this the mix, you need to get up in it. 3 to 5, the show be lit from start to finish. Hit them up to slide through and promote your business. DJ Lab known to keep the hottest record spinning. Mix a lot and Tay Mac discuss the hottest topic. If not a 2000, gonna let you know what's really poppin'. Miss Lit gon' make sure she get the angles right. Making moves even though she staying out of sight. Check the website, Misfits Media Group. Keep it 100 cause that's how they gon' give it to you. Something for